Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon 2 for a hateful trip down the sluice. Ain't that how it always feels? So we gotta adjust, Alhazred's bar here real quick to make sure he has the right skills equipped. That hateful relationship is probably not gonna be the worst thing that could happen.
This is Swine country.
Yeah, burning stars, we're never hitting it anyway. We just don't get the power quickly enough. So when we have the ability to remove malediction after this, we probably will do that as well and just pick up like vulnerability hacks or something. Actually, hold on. Do I want vulnerability hacks over weakening curse? I kept weakening curse on because it gives combo points or combo tokens, but then I never want to use it. I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. No map here in the sluice. Let us just go forth. Well, there's a candle this away.
The loathing festers.
I guess the sluice is a particularly dangerous thing on these higher difficulties because of the increased prominence of loathing. It's actually really hard to know that you will be able to avoid loathing. Yeah, let's do it. See how they shy from our flame. Hopefully the inn between here and the mountain won't completely fuck up our relationships. Is that just resistances? No, that's stun. Who cares? Big who cares? Oh, right. The way I have you set up, you can't actually attack the middle enemies. That's funny. All right. Well, I guess hit the one in the back. Nah, just bleed out. Let's take advantage of the crit thing on our bleeding skills.
Measured and steady.
Yep, all of you go last. And these things don't have death blow resist, so that guy's dead already. Let's take advantage of this. No crit. Huge bummer there. Feels like a massive failure. That's wild. Junia with... Oh no, that's right. She doesn't have all that speed anymore. I was going to say it's wild that she managed to go last with 6 speed, but she has 1 speed. It's extremely normal for her to go last. Alright, at least it doesn't heal back to full. Okay, could have been a lot worse. That is a fair amount of bleed. I am not a huge fan of how much bleed that is. Also, I'm not a huge fan of this fucking taunt token that we put on him because the game pretends taunt is a negative. This would probably be an okay time to call for some retribution. Does anybody have so much bleed on them that I feel like I need to remove it? No, not really. So let's just strip this. Okay, you do have death blow resist at this size, I believe. Yeah. Okay, but he'll bleed out on his next turn. No big deal. Hey, that's a pretty good token. Well done. Good work. Oh no, wait, that adds wounded. Winded, not... I don't know what I was thinking. I was trying to remove her winded. I mean, at this point, applying vulnerability to Alhazred's not a big deal. I'm still taunting, so... Yeah, I thought that's what was going to happen. And once again, it is probably the case that the only thing that makes sense to do here is just pierce the tokens.
The slow suffering
Ooh.
begins.
Ouch. Okay, that's still really not that bad. There's nothing we can do about all these, though. Yeah, that's unfortunate. You're just gonna have to suffer there, buddy. There are some turns where it does not feel like Junia is contributing very much. All right. I mean, Barristan is a hardy dude. I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter. Really good time for a bleed out. Ow! That really is hateful.
The fiend's strength dwindles.
Okay, I think we're clear. Barristan, could you just like fucking chill out a little bit? Hopefully we're not going to see too much more of that. Okay, nice. The bleed hits. That's really frustrating though that it has 13 health instead of 12. Okay, yeah. That was in fact 3 dodges out of 4 attempts.
Steady yourself.
Oh, interesting. I was expecting him not to be able to riposte while stunned.
Hold fast, for who knows what lurks in the beyond.
Alright, I still can't quite heal him. Seems like a fine time for an Iron Swan, though. Really? All 4 of them get to go before any of us? Well, this sucks ass. And Barristan is like first in the turn order, despite the fact that that's ridiculous. Well,
A miscalculation, perhaps.
could have healed if he just, landed it. I probably want to let Junia deal with this. No, you know what? I want to heal him now, and I want Junia to use administration on him. Because that is a lot of points of damage over time. Oh hey, the enemies remember Junia exists. Okay. That got a little rough in the middly parts, but overall I think we've managed to keep it together. Yeah, I forgot I need to do some movement stuff here. That would have been a good time for Barristan to move around instead of just shouting. I can't even have you back up on purpose. Well, did you miss that corpse? It's just embarrassing is what it is. Nobody in my party can do anything. There we go.
A righteous action.
It's a pretty embarrassing combat overall.
Greater threats await those who dare.
All right, discounted combat and in items. That is actually really useful.
The loathing whispers.
Hold on. Sorry, not map. I did use the last item out of your hands. I kind of think just give you some laudanum so that we can like strip stress even faster. Alright, pretty bummed out about that. I'm pretty happy we had a resistance encounter early, or rather a den early. Just something to strip some of the loathing away. Okay, more loathing drops. That seems pretty good. Vulnerability tokens and all of the positive relationship stuff. Hooray! And also the chance to do some killing blows to some swine. So the swine brute, and then particularly Wilbur, who we can recognize by his sick headband. Okay, let's see 30% crit. Alright, pretty rad actually. Definitely consecration on you? I think you. Alright, let's make the call. Pretty okay. That's a pretty okay outcome. Ow, leave my mass where it is. Okay, good time for the armor repair kit. I think I'm actually gonna step up here. What's your... I mean, movement doesn't really matter anyway. I think this is a battle where we want Buddha. Could it be in the middle, actually?
A promising development.
She is just above the threshold for healing. Yeah, bummer. A single point, because of course she is. Well...
Lethality writ large.
Okay. Good stun resist. Very well timed. And both Alhazred and Junia go before he will bleed down into the... Yeah. Junia could just ministrate. I don't know. We're fine. I think that this attack is pretty soft. Maybe it is ministration. Nah, this is fine. Alright, at this point, we probably can afford to crush. It's not a big deal. Wow, yeah, really not a big deal. Oh, I should have bolstered, maybe. Let's throw up a revelry, because it'll de-stress Barristan slightly. I'm just drinking heavily in the middle of the battle. Alright, actually... don't kill him. Because because I am going to have Barristan also do a bolster. Okay. Now we kill him. Feeling a lot better about our position.
We are the flame, burning brightly for all the world to see.
We certainly try to be.
The loathing whispers.
Also, it wouldn't be a terrible thing if we were to maybe one of us were to maybe literally become the flame. Just one time so I can spend this last salve, you know? No, that's rough. I'd rather have the wheels than the armor at this point, though, I think.
These rancorous beasts have some demonic spark of otherworldly intelligence.
Interesting. The Swine's Cache. Ooh. If target is on fire, better healing. Huh. I don't think this is very good. We're gonna take this stuff and then have to throw away some of it.
You can carry no more.
I do not think that we want the old wolf's blood. This new wolf's blood we might equip. I'm not going to use that, so I'll toss that too. Wait, when did you get botulism? Holy crow, that sucks. That's a really bad one. Yeah. So we might want to go... I like the anatomical map on you, but it's a little unpredictable. And there's definitely something to be said for greater wolf's blood with this, and then generally using the consecration on a different slot. The anatomical map is, even when it adds a negative token, it mostly adds taunt. It makes it very hard to rely on. But we could maybe put it on like you. Or we could give it to Junia. Yeah, give it to Junia because she's at 50% fire. She's at 100 fire resist without that trinket, and then that gives her it gives her judgment a little bit of extra value. And you can instead pick up. I guess you take this. You just become hard to put damage over time effects on because of your very low HP. I think that makes sense. I also think we should swap out the 1 laudanum for the 4 laudanum. These thunderclap grenades are really good. I want to use this last burn salve. It would be very helpful if somebody would catch fire. It's wild how much more common bleed is than all of the other damage over time effects. Everybody bleeds you all over the place. Ow. Interesting. Pulling me forward. Well, that's fixable at least. Also not a big deal in the first place. How much move resist do you have? A lot. Do we know, can you attack from... Yeah, you can do your attack from anywhere.
Observe the subject carefully, and you will discover its weaknesses.
So you do have an attack that you can use from the front. Yeah. And moving enemies around feels way less good in Darkest Dungeon 2 because almost every enemy can attack from every position. Well, I think I only want to move forward 1, so let's just do this, I guess. Hoping for the debuff more than the move. And then this is for sure a consecration on her. Pretty solid. Also quite solid. And then I think at this point we hold the line. Yeah, it's not a real bleed. Okay, cool, good.
The smallest variable can make all the difference.
And this probably means big-ass sacrificial stab. Yeah, just a casual 32 damage, no big deal.
Well done.
No, for real, could you please die? There we go. It's a team effort.
In this weighty gloom, a spark.
I feel like we've got sort of a fighting style worked out. I think we're doing it. I like the little bit of movement play that we have running now.
The pathetic creature chained to an obelisk, a half-mile beneath the old church ruins.
Huh. So that thing's still alive. So it shouldn't be the same. It shouldn't be the same trinket. This should be a different trinket. Do I want a quirk? What are her quirks right now? She doesn't have much in the way of positive quirks. I always want to see what the trinkets are going to be. You know, I feel like the trinkets are way more meaningful. And also, like, the information about the trinkets is better for future runs. Let's do it here.
Amidst the spoils, an
Grim
artifact of
Mask.
unparalleled power.
Interesting. That is actually pretty cool. And it's specifically noted as an armor item.
Is laden. You can carry no more.
Well, let's drop probably the griddle. Actually, we don't. Yeah, we're not going to need the griddle again. And then also, like, we're not using this thing. I probably want to just go ahead and put this on somebody. Do we have a thing that's kind of unimpressive, that's kind of just sitting there? I guess. Oh, and I want people's fire resist to come down. Oh, narrowly missed that. There is, in theory, a chance of Barristan just catching fire at any moment from his pyromaniac,
By despair.
but it sure doesn't seem to be happening. We can't. Man. I want to fight. It would be really good for us to fight. I think we can bear the relationship loss here. But it sucks. It does suck. All right, fingers crossed. Minimum non-crit. It's a little bit of a bummer. You have such cool animations.
Mistimed.
And I get winded anyway. Ugh. All right, nobody's hitting nobody.
This is no time to falter.
That's a shame. I think, do we want to swap her out of position? No, I think I'll keep her there. Let's just throw up a retribution this turn. And consecrate, I guess, Barristan. Well, consecrate that space anyway. Oh, hell yes. And no corpse left to eat. That's probably worth removing. You have 9 HP. She's stunned. Barristan will be able to hit for that. Yeah. We'll just remove this. It gets rid of the stun at the same time, which is really convenient. So we can do this. And then Barristan is guaranteed to deal at least 9 damage with his attack. Even if he doesn't have a guaranteed crit. How dare you squeal at me? Yeah, the party feels strong. The party feels very tough.
Bravo! Hold fast, for who knows what lurks in the beyond.
And he just refuses to be stressed out by that squeal, which is very helpful. I don't want to say I feel like we're going to get there. I want to resist the urge, but man, it's going all right, right? I think we're not going to use the rousing recorder. It's a little unreliable.
The loathing whispers.
So I'll probably just toss it then. And we're like done here. Yeah, that was no problem at all, actually. You know, I didn't think about this. And not that it necessarily would have been a problem with this party anyway. But doing the Sluice right before the mountain means you don't have to fight the mini-boss.
Rest now for a time.
This party could have handled the mini-boss. It's not a big deal. Fisherfolk Slayer, pretty not useful at this point. Yo! Heal to 100%, -3 stress. The Roaring Hearth is a really good inn to get at the end. Alright, so what's up next? The Tangle or the Sprawl?
Everywhere.
Interesting.
In need.
But we're not going to be able to get the swine thing, is mostly what I was checking. Did I get close at least? I wasn't counting, and I wasn't going to like spike combats over it. Nah, it's only 2 candles anyway, right? I wonder if you can get the Sluice right before the mountain. All right, flapjacks for everybody, and then we have enough for the last go as well. Let's have a look at the
Spend what you can,
provisions.
for wealth no longer has meaning.
Stuff is pretty cheap.
Indeed, it ever did.
So I don't know that I want to change anything about the stagecoach.
Planning and mindfulness.
Definitely need to repair it
As
at the
vital
very
to
least.
survival as sharpened steel.
And then like I wonder if it makes sense to like buy some buy 2 mop and bucket and then just hold on to it so we can have that buff for the mountain potentially. Oh hey, Pouch of Lie. How many times did you need to Pouch of Lie for your goal? Was it only 2? Always click the wrong one. 4. So this wouldn't even necessarily get us there. That said, it's very cheap and it's a start. It gives us a chance. So we'll put the Pouch of Lie on you. And then like so you need 1 point with Barristan, 1 point with Alhazred. And that's all we need to avoid likely negative relationships. Alright. Is there anything here aside from the 2 drafts of whiskey? There is not. I'm going to buy the 1. Okay. Is there a reason to buy and use the other? Does it push anybody over a line? Okay. Boudica and Barristan could use it. Fair enough. The question after that was going to be, if it doesn't push anyone over the line, do we buy it anyway? But it can actually help us, so of course we do it. All right. What else? I don't really love most of this stuff. I'm going to buy the laudanum in part because it just stacks up. It's not adding an inventory space at all. We're pretty de-stressed. The mop and bucket is a pretty alright item. Yeah. If somebody gets stressed out, we can fix it. Or honestly, not even. Like, that would be fine. Okay. Big plus speed until next in. I think we do it on Junia. Alhazred is still fast enough that he should be faster. Some disease resist is probably a good idea, and probably not a thing that we benefit from holding on to until later. And then, honestly, I don't know if we do want to spend any more money. I assumed we would buy a ton of stuff, but we just don't need to. That said, buying these whittling tools and just holding them for the next in, I don't think is a bad play. Let's also apply the travel heal buff. May as well. It's like dirt cheap. And then I think maybe we just hold on to our money from there. Don't actually need any of the rest of this stuff. You know what? A little bit of flame repair might end up being valuable. It's a shame the whittling tools take up a slot each instead of stacking in a sensible, reasonable way. I think we're probably just going to drop these. Don't need those in my inventory.
Learn what can be taught, that you may stand just a little taller at the end.
Okay. So if you are bleeding, it gives you a massive damage buff, but also it just removes your wind. It lets you take a turn to like breathe and reset, which is nice. Will we upgrade it? Maybe. We could upgrade Bellow and drop something for it. Could upgrade Hold the Line to make better use of... yeah, actually, we do generate combo tokens that we don't always know what to do with. You are probably going to remove Malediction from your bar and put on Vulnerability Hacks. Yeah, so let's improve Vulnerability Hacks. And do we just upgrade Judgment because it would be useful? I don't think Ministrations is worth the upgrade. Or maybe we upgrade Bloodlust. Yeah. If it goes off, let's have it go off all the way, right? So get rid of this. Add this. Okay. Feeling strong. Let's move forward. So no oases, or it's hard to move around. I mean, if we take this one, we are certainly way more likely to catch on fire. I think that's got to be the move, right?
Our great cities burn. All that beauty and knowledge.
Okay, and this time I think it is actually right to go forward one more before ending the episode. I know I said that last time too, but we're 10 minutes earlier. Only one relationship, really. Okay.
While the heart still beats, desire will never die.
Okay, well, we're not going to get a lot of value out of these. That's a shame. I appreciate that we did find on Boudica another way to remove Winded. That makes the bleed out play way more reasonable.
The great cities of man.
Okay, easy enough to avoid the Watchtower.
And a flame.
Although that said, I really wish I could do that Hero Shrine. There's a hero shrine there. And not another one anywhere. That's a shame. I'd really like to hit 2. So we're going through the lair, huh? If we go right... Yeah, I kind of like going right. I don't love that we get a combat right before the lair, but we're probably just doing the first level of the lair and then leaving. Yeah, I would like to go right. Let's see how the party feels about it. Good enough?
The loathing festers.
It does do that a little bit. Fortunately, we're doing some fighting here. Okay, so we don't need 30 light. We also definitely don't need food. In items in general is maybe the play. Nobody likes Junia's idea, but at least they're being polite about it. Yeah, let's do this.
In this world, wealth is worthless without purpose.
That's like extremely whatever. To the point that we'll probably end up just dropping that. Alright, let's go clear some loathing. I still feel like it's pretty unfair to the horses to make them run through fires like this.
Behold, the infinite emptiness of the void.
Yeah, I'm not so worried about it. Ooh. Okay. We have an obvious winner. Also, real happy about everybody being on the same page here. All these various plans. Okay, the bleed resist is a little annoying. Get out of here with that. These enemies are going so fast, they're denying me my free strength token. Let's consecrate you, I think. Alright, Barristan is probably gonna whiff this, but if we hit it, it's a guaranteed kill. Yeah, fair enough. Alright, there's my token. Fucking beautiful.
Promising development.
And an extra turn. Let's just go ahead and... Oh, that's a shame. Well, let's remove your... Here, let's fire the Pouch of Lie. Just trying to get it used. Really cool if we could find some more. Anatomical map. Could you... I'm going to unequip that damn thing. You know what? Now you done it. Hold the line doesn't really do a ton here because they're already going to be attacking the front two of them anyway.
Agony by
Could you
accumulation.
stop just like bleeding for no reason? Why is everybody... Why is it so easy for everybody to start bleeding? Wow. This is a hell of a hit.
A petty hindrance.
Okay, so I probably here wanna... I was hoping to get the days. There's nothing I can do to stop this thing from getting to use its token. Yeah, when this is upgraded, I believe it removes those. Well, I could just go for the weakening curse. It's got a really high debuff resist anyway, though. I think we'll just chop. Enjoy. Oh, that was a really good time for that dodge to work. Huzzah! You really can't heal her? You're killing me.
Relief comes rarely in these times.
And you can heal everyone but yourself. Yeah, none of this does anything. I guess I'll just move up. There we go. That's a good time for that to trigger.
Straightforward.
2 people pulling field medic or field surgeon, whatever it's called, really helped out with our kind of like weird healing
Burning
rate.
brightly for all the world to see.
Ooh. Strange sapper. We gotta find... It's so...
The loathing whispers.
I was gonna say we gotta find room for that on Alhazred. It's so tough though, like his trinkets work in tandem. Yeah, I guess it'll go on somebody else. Probably you. I wonder what hit means. Like, does that make Bellow really, really good? Or is the attack from Bellow not considered a hit? I think I'm going to remove Rampart from the thing here. Let's try it out. Let's try Bellow with the Sapper and see if it does have a chance of applying to every enemy hit. Because if so, that would seem to be a very good thing to do.
Pillaging brigands, enriching themselves as the world collapses.
Oh, I forgot to put a combat item on what's her face. Okay, that's kind of inconvenient. It was badly timed for us. Okay, we can probably kill this crack shot before it gets a turn. For example,
Let us hope to
by doing
finish
that.
this quickly.
Hold fast, for who knows what lurks in the beyond.
Alright, we will absolutely just hold the line here. Alright, this is a little inconvenient. The way this is sort of timed out.
Stumbling and stupefied.
Because I didn't really want her to gain the strength, but there's not much we can do about it. Alright, and you'll just fight from here. It's fine. This is very doable. The enemies can't even really take Barristan when he's stunned. He is very powerful. We did it! Oh, you can move forward now. Okay, yeah, we'll just do that. Okay, not a big deal. I think we just put you in position to be able to stab. We had to do some rearrangement here, but I'm pretty happy with the results. I guess I should probably finish this guy off. Wow. Okay. That actually ends up being pretty all right.
The past is gone. Let it die.
I don't know if we're going to need all of this currency. But as far as dropping stuff goes, like, we definitely have trinkets we're not going to use. Like, this is for sure not happening. I'll probably drop a fair number of these. Oh, wait. And we finished a hero goal. We definitely have room for combat items. So. And we have some good stuff. We certainly don't need everyone to be carrying laudanum. Maybe just in case carry that, and then I probably want to save the stimulants. I'm expecting the thunderclap grenade to not be useful on the final boss encounter or anything, so I'm assuming stun resist will be high. Maybe that's not a fair assumption. All right. We might do the first 2 levels of this.
The library burns.
But I certainly have no interest in fighting a
With
boss.
it, the remains of philosophy, reason, and insight.
I'm not even going to put up the consecrate.
Mistimed. Misdirected.
And this fight's going to be fast enough that it won't matter. It's a little awkward. Yeah, I honestly wonder if they didn't maybe over-adjust the occultist. He's incredibly powerful, it feels like. Alright, I'm not going to carry my winded over to the next battle, I'm pretty sure. Right, I think we get a reset? Yeah, okay. Not a terrible start. That's kind of ugly. Alright, we can probably let Alhazred solve that. I think I'm going to hit a hold the line. Because Alhazred can't Abyssal Artillery unless he's in the back too. This fucking anatomical map absolutely killing me.
Early results are encouraging.
There we go. A little bit of teamwork. Just got to get him off balance. It's all right. We're just softening him up. Yeah, easy.
Action.
Now let's get the hell out of here. Interesting. That's kind of a cool one. Ooh, the Charred Litany is definitely an exciting flammable item. Anyway, escape. I don't need all that noise. I bet we'd beat him. But, like, why take the chance when I'm going to have to throw away all those items anyway?
The loathing festers.
How are we doing? Okay, we still got a little bit of room. All right. Hopefully the hoarder will have 2 more pouches of lye. That would be very helpful.
The loathing howls.
And now we got to get rid of some loathing in the very near future. I'd like to be able to go to the field hospital, but I just don't think we can. I think it gains us a lethal point of loathing. And we don't quite have enough for the really cool trinkets. That's a shame. The stuff we do have access to, I just don't think is interesting. We could buy a whiskey to hold on to for later. With inventory space concerns being what they are, I don't know that I like that idea. Well, we definitely don't actually need the Laden Lantern. We don't need the Slime Mold. We don't need the Dark Impulse. Yeah, you know what? A little bit of insurance whiskey. That sounds terrible. Okay, so yeah, if we go right, we're going to cap out on Oblivion Tears. If we go left and then right, we can visit the hospital. But I guess we don't have anything that's like critical to remove. Getting rid of the botulism would be really nice. So we'd have to go here, then there, then there. Okay, then we do have a resistance encounter to... Oh, look at that, though. It's 5 combats in a row with very little healing time between them. I guess I wouldn't have to go left. I could go right from that. Yeah, maybe that is the play. All right. Oh, there's a hospital right there, too. Would I rather do that one? No, that also gets us a loathing without giving us a resistance encounter. We want to go to the hero shrine and then make a decision from there.
When deliberation is exhausted, trust your instincts.
But I think we're going to the hospital because I do want to remove the botulism. And then we'll just weave around. We'll be careful, you know. Okay, this I'm not so worried about. Ah, shoot. I don't get to kill any of them. All right, well, that being the case, consecrate here. Because we don't need a super strong Iron Swan. We just Iron Swan to get this thing, to get this one down below half, and then the Abyssal Artillery will hopefully deal with it from there. Ooh, or we hit that really super hard. That's also fine. That changes my plans for next turn. Do I just let him have a turn? No, probably not. I want to stab somebody for like real meaningful damage, but probably best we just make sure that they have fewer turns. This guy has a lot of health. I don't think we're gonna need our lanterns, but then again, maybe I should just use them because I don't think that's what I'm gonna want to take into the final biome. Yeah, that's probably right.
Messy, but effective.
Amidst the spoils,
An
Ooh.
artifact of unparalleled power.
Courageous abandon skills get plus 50% crit. I'm assuming. And gain on miss if you're in rank 1. Oh, this is a really good trinket for him. What does he have equipped right now? I'm assuming, you know, Courageous Abandon is the name of a skill that we have yet to unlock. The Strange Sapper is probably going away. Do I want to find room for the Strange Sapper on someone? You know what? I'm going to put it on Junia. The anatomical map is incredibly hard to work with. And I threw it on the ground. We're done with it.
Who will face the half-remembered horrors of their past?
I think it's actually a really good question. I'm going to have it be Barristan. It's his turn.
Chapter 4. Ghosts of the Past.
This is the part where we fight a ghost with a mace.
Demoted and disgraced, he returned to the battlefield, ready to endure the wrath of his regiment and grant them some small peace.
Okay, so that does some damage. This does less damage, but it stuns them. Okay, yeah. We will pour one out for you and calm your angry spirits. Ooh, that's a bummer. Definitely feels like we should just go ahead and bury this one. This seems pretty straightforward as far as these go. They're often like kind of puzzly. This one doesn't really feel all that puzzly even. Okay, we can wait to honor the dead until later. You are the one who's about to act, right? Yeah. Well, I don't think these ghosts have much of a chance, honestly. Sorry, buddy. You lose. I have, in fact, totally gotten over it. Take that.
At last, he would sleep undisturbed, and perhaps find some comfort in that murky abyss of dreamless wonder.
Oh, interesting. So you remove all your shields and give yourself a vulnerability even for an attack that does kind of crummy damage, but then you're buffed up. No, this does, sorry, it's this that gets the plus 100% damage. It's not a buff because it doesn't have a duration listed. Do I think that's a good skill? Let's see how it masters. And this gives it a massive amount of crit chance. Okay, when mastered, it gains... Yeah, wow. Interesting. Do we want to find space for that? Maybe I don't... Yeah, maybe I don't have Bellow, and instead I have Courageous Abandon. I took the thing off anyway. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Let's play around with that a little bit.
Options require careful deliberation.
The thing is, if we don't take the resistance encounter, we definitely cap out. Yeah, I can't visit the hospital because we're going to loathing cap if we do, no matter how we do this. So, all right. To the resistance encounter it is.
Centuries of human learning and achievement ruined by riotous contempt.
Ooh, I like that. What? What are you thinking? Yeah, we have to fight this. Loathing management is really, it's a lot more difficult on the higher difficulties. The later missions, I should say. Well, I think if we do this, should the Iron Swan will get the job done. There's a chance the fire will apply there? Okay, cool.
An unavoidable end.
That's a shame. The immobilized but without the pull is actually like the worst way that could have gone for us. If we're gonna remove his dodge, we may as well do it this way.
A brilliant conclusion.
So he's taking 11. That ought to shut him down. Yep, absolutely perfect. Could not have gone better. Okay, so down one loathing and not gaining another loathing immediately gives me a little room to breathe.
Gloom, a spark.
Okay, well, we're just going to throw that away immediately, probably. So I think we're routing our way to the Hoarder now, which is fine. I mean, we certainly have the resources for it. I suppose it doesn't have to be the Hoarder. We can go to the cache. We're way less likely to find stuff we want, though. Yeah, okay, so Hoarder, and then Resistance Encounter, and then Academic Study. Okay. Junia is just always making the opposite decision of everybody else.
He struggles to decide what is real, holding back fits of laughter and tears.
Okay, did we by any chance... No, there's an in item that removes a disease. That's what I was really hoping to find. That and some lie. We did end up getting enough baubles together for the interesting trinkets. Okay, obviously the Profane Scroll is not the way we want to roll with this Vestal. A Greater Sharpness Charm is definitely very interesting, though. And I bought Insurance Whiskey so we can stack some more Insurance Whiskey on top of it. Like buying one doesn't have any effect on things. It would be Boudica. Oh yeah, Boudica has like a garbage trinket. Yeah, let's take that Greater Sharpness Charm. Boudica has a trinket that is doing actually nothing. So let's let's toss that. And then, like, do I want to drop the clasp knife for Heartseeker? Probably not. We definitely want her to be getting heals. Yeah, let's not mess with that too much. Okay, but then, like, the other question is, do we want to buy any of this other stuff? She needs a combat item. She can just carry the stimulants for now. And I guess I'm just gonna buy the other in items that affect relationships. We're gonna go into the mountain with the best relationships we can muster, and unfortunately, also this botulism. Not much we can do about it. All right, let's shed some more loathing. The key to a good mountain run is to just have 15 positive relationships.
To arms, though it brings no satisfaction.
I mean, it brings a little satisfaction. Sorry, Junior, we are not running. Yeah, we can afford the relationship hit between those two. All right, a lot of enemies around here are impervious to stuns. Doesn't seem like a big harm to us. Probably gonna bolster on this first round just to get Junia's stress down a little bit. Yeah, she's making me nervous over there. How did that blight me? Also, y'all do not hit very hard. He's determined to prove me wrong. So we can probably finish you off. Yeah, honestly, Abyssal Artillery only hits a very slightly less hard than the dagger anyway. Like, it's not that much of a shame to use an Abyssal Artillery on a single target. Oh, really? That's a shame. Let's hold the line here, maybe, or... Yeah, you know what? Retribution.
On to the next.
Yeah, that was definitely the right move. It's like, in theory, these guys could be dangerous with the slowly stacking damage over time effects. It feels like it's too gradual to really be all that concerning. They are really letting him have it, though. Right, it is unfortunately the case that we're just not going to be able to do anything about his health. All of my on-purpose heals require people to be so low.
Even the greatest of threats.
An inkling of potency still lingers in some of these well-worn relics.
I really wish there was a take all currency button. I feel like that's the thing I want to do so frequently.
Loathing festers.
I don't want these clotting powders either. Most people would prefer the ingress. No, I'm sticking to it. It's really not that much stress.
The coach's plating is spent. We are exposed.
We are exactly as exposed as we were before, Wayne. Calm down. So this creature, again, it's really hard not to take the trinket. Oh, I am curious what these combat items would be as well, though. And the combat item interaction is because of Field Surgeon, so it's probably a rarer interaction that we won't always get to see.
In crisis, no gain is insignificant.
Wow. Okay, that's what Pustule Salve is. Unfortunately, we gained 4 stacks of it. It's kind of inconvenient. I'm not going to use this. We're probably done with Glimmer of Hope. I don't need Gilded Mind. And the other thing I will drop is... Honestly, this Book of Creative Insults isn't very interesting because Barristan is already taunting constantly. And then I actually would like to drop one more thing. Oh, we're not going to equip the spacious storage trunk. Like, I know we're dropping stuff constantly, and that might make it seem attractive to run that. Oh, actually, hold on a second. Do we all have stuff in our hands at this point? We do. I'm not going to use the stimulants, so take some salve. I guess I have let the light get awful low. Honestly, the light level is just way less of a mechanic in this game overall than it was in the first one. It doesn't feel as consequential.
Push this half-made horror back into the void.
Haha, Wayne called you half-made. Actually hoping for the combo token on that one. All right, so I think we have a question here as to whether it is even worthwhile to kill the altar. Because we know that this thing is going to occasionally consume and respawn people. Like, I think it ends up not being worth it. I'm going to go ahead and laudanum you. Get some attention here. Haha, you fool. Is anybody wounded at all? Yeah, I guess a couple of people are down 1 HP. So I'll just heal him for 58, no big deal. Yeah, I don't think the Thunderclap Grenade's going to do very much here. But I also don't think I'm going to be using it, like, against the boss. We can still use it against things in the mountain area prior to the boss, though. And that's probably a better use of it. So while I'm... Yeah, let's just focus on the critter. We got our Strange Sapper off, which is cool. That's really annoying. 30 points of healing. I probably should laudanum myself here as well. So this is a situation where Courageous Abandon would maybe be interesting. 65% crit, but dramatically less raw damage. And also it leaves me vulnerable while I have 2 points of taunt on me. Yeah, like he was going to do that at some point.
Development.
Malaise, measured and steady.
Wow, is it? Yeesh, 16 points of with the sacrifice. That's an awful lot of regen.
Awash in turmoil.
Gosh, this thing gets a lot of turns.
Excellent work.
Do I just retribution again? No, we probably just try to smash through at this point, right? Ooh. Wow. That's wow. That was a big heal out of nowhere. Never mind, everything's fine on account of the power of love. Alright, put this thing in the ground, would you? Not quite.
You may outwit them yet.
Let's try that again. Actually, do I want to... Maybe I want a retribution for the kill.
Victory supposes strategy.
Yeah, keep things nice and focused here, just in case something doesn't go my way. Oh, right, because our positions are all screwed up. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I thought it was if the target of the ability, if the target of Bloodlust had bleed. Okay, they should use English words to spell out how their abilities work, probably. I know they have a sort of like a shorthand that they like to use, but it's not actually always good at describing what happens. There we go. Just had to fix our positioning a little. So she always gains the buff. That makes it way better, to be fair. Like, it's definitely an improved version of the thing. Oh, that's compelling, but we probably cannot afford to think about that.
The loathing whispers.
And in fact, I think I'm just gonna... Well, I'm gonna toss this and those. We should drop one more thing. But it's not gonna be currency. It's going to be the academics map, which we definitely no longer need. So this pouch of Ligol I didn't think was going to be a big problem, but it has turned out to be literally impossible to find 4 pouches of Lie. So I guess we're just not getting those candles.
The fire is lit.
It could still happen. Alright, Swine Fearing doesn't matter. Needler's quite annoying. Hard Noggin is pretty alright. What happens here at the Shambling Corpse? Okay. Versus Gaunt, not really meaningful here.
Your coach is laden. You can carry no more.
Your mom is laden. Calm down. We did get 2 more pouches of Lie. It could still happen. It could still happen. Am I allowed to... I'm not allowed to buy items when we're laden, right? Yeah, that's a very annoying way for that to work. Okay, let us spend some things. So I guess we end up needing these whittling tools. Also, the stack of flapjacks can get spent. There we go. Cooking on the road. How adventurous.
Conventional fare, but fairly priced.
Actually, you know what? If we're only going to get 3 swings out of those, I wonder if they're even worth the money. Where are we at relationship threshold-wise? Like, Alhazred and Junia could use a little push. Barristan and Junia are almost very friendly. So let me use our existing whiskey on Alhazred and Junia. Wait, that's friendly already, isn't it? Yeah, so let's go Barristan and Junia with this one in the hopes of getting the +2. Is 16 good enough? No, you need 17. So am I going to buy the pouches of lie and try to use them on the encounters running up to the final battle? I think I am. I think that's how much I love candles. Right, it's 2 more times? Yeah. For a candle. You know what? No, I'm not. Absolutely not. Yeah, let's not worry about the 1 candle. So that being the case, I think I will buy the playing cards. We're gonna hope, because there's not that much for us to do with relics. Wow. Hit that 25% chance 5 out of 6 times. Like, no, we didn't. Come on. You're just being a jerk. Well, it does make pushing these relationships a lot less likely. Let's try to get Barristan and Boudica back up. And I am going to do this one at a time. +2 there would have been good information. And now there are 2 whiskeys left. And 2 pipeweeds. And we could maybe push 1 more pair. 17 is good enough, actually. So, yeah, we could maybe push 1 more pair. If we did like Alhazred and Junia. Boudica's very friendly with everyone. Which still doesn't, still not even better than a coin flip chance of producing a positive relationship with Alhazred, because he is such a dick. So yeah, we would want to like push the relationship between Barristan and Junia then. But we'd be deducting speed from both of them at that point. I think it's okay. We'll take the other whiskey.
Something to ease the rigors of the road.
We cannot make that that +2 happen. All right, 1 more. All right, I think that's as good as our relationship thresholds are getting. We have all of this pustule salve. And sorry, you like this. Okay. It's like a ton of stress control on the final battle. We're going to use these thunderclap grenades and then probably swap her over to like the stimulants for the final battle. And I guess we're not going to make any use of these whittling tools, but there's no reason to throw them out either.
When survival demands it.
And we just have a shit ton of extra mastery points here. Well, if I'm going to use this, I need it to hit as hard as possible. Then you're fully upgraded, and I think I'm pretty happy with the group of skills you have equipped. Vulnerability Hex X2 is good. Weird Reconstruction. I don't think we've cast it a single time, but if we do cast it, I want it to go off big. Weakening Curse also. The ability to remove crit from the enemy is meaningful. Extra Judgment. I really don't think this is worth doing. So I think there's a question. We're not using Illumination at all. Should Illumination be something else? Should it be like Mantra or Divine Comfort? You know, maybe it should be Divine Comfort. Maybe I'm going to regret that. Maybe all of a sudden we'll have tons of stealth to work through. Okay, so we'll do that. And then,
Planning and mindfulness, as vital to survival as sharpened steel.
yeah, these are not the best caravan items, but we don't have really any other options. Any in items left that we haven't used? Stun resist and stun resist. And then we could just give everybody a ton of stun resist. I don't know if that's going to be worth it. I don't want to mess with our speeds too much unless we want to give a stimulating poultice to Alhazred. We could give one to him and to somebody else. Like him and Junia getting to go at the beginning of every round is actually pretty powerful. Yeah, you know what? I am going to do that.
A bit of comfort on the road to damnation.
That's actually really rad. And then,
Inevitable
you
end
know.
of your journey awaits you once again.
All right, let's see how those relationship rolls turned out. One positive relationship, and it's with Alhazred?
While the heart still beats, desire will never die.
Okay, well, Alhazred's never going to have a... I guess that's not true. We do a lot of other abilities, but this is a very good one. I am really bummed out. We had a number of like 65% chances there. I feel like just over the last maybe this episode as a whole, but certainly at this inn, we have hit so far below the expected value on every single random element. It doesn't feel... I know it's possible, and I know this is the way humans always are about probability. We're very bad at it, but it definitely feels like there's a thumb on the scale, right? This feels like some XCOM shit where the game is adjusting the numbers behind the scenes and not telling you, just lying to you about what the chances are, which is the thing that I hate very much. And I know XCOM only does it in the player's favor, but honestly, that's just as bad. Because it creates a situation where you don't feel like the numbers mean anything. It sows distrust. Anyway, sorry. That's a dumb, bad decision. And so is our lack of relationships. When you come back next time, we're taking on the mountain with an incredibly powerful squad who should all be desperately in love with each other, but who are not. And it doesn't matter. We're going to win anyway. We're totally going to pull it off anyway. And we'll see you then.